So let's talk about Robert Duvall. I mean, you know that face, right? You definitely know that voice. But the man behind the roles, that's a whole other story. For what, 7 decades, he was an absolute titan on screen. This is a guy who could just disappear into a character so completely you'd almost forget it was him. So today, we're going to pull back that curtain and really dig into the career of a true actor's actor. Ah, that line. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. It's got to be one of the most famous lines in movie history, right? And the way he delivers it, it's just so cool, so casual, it's terrifying. So how does an actor pull that off? How do you make a moment like that so real, so unforgettable? Well, to get to the bottom of that genius, we've got to go way back to the beginning. You see, to really get what made Duvall so special, you have to look at his foundation. It was all about this incredible dedication to the craft, to the art of acting, way before Hollywood even knew his name. You know, his path wasn't a straight shot to Hollywood. Not at all. He was actually born into a military family, and he even served in the army, just like his dad. But something else was calling to him. So, using the GI Bill, he made a huge switch. He traded in his uniform for the stage and enrolled at the famous neighborhood playhouse in New York City. And get this, just 7 years later, bam, he makes one of the most unforgettable film debuts ever as Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird. What a start. And here's a little piece of trivia that I just love. While he's studying with the legendary Sanford Meisner, who do you think his roommates were? Just a couple of unknowns named Dustin Hoffman and Gene Hackman. Seriously, can you even imagine the conversations in that apartment? The amount of raw talent and ambition just bouncing off those walls. It's absolutely mind-blowing to think about. So all that training, all that time on the New York stage, that was the launchpad. Because when the 1970s hit, Robert Duvall just exploded. This was the decade he became the guy, the one you called when you needed an intense, unforgettable character. I mean, just look at this run of roles. You've got the quiet, calculating Tom Hagen in The Godfather. Then there's the absolutely ruthless TV exec in Network. Of course, the iconic Colonel Kilgore. And the terrifying Bull Meacham. He was so good, so consistently amazing, that People magazine actually called him Hollywood's #1, #2 lead. Think about that. He wasn't just a supporting actor. He was making every single one of these movies better. And yeah, you better believe the industry noticed. How much? Well, this much. 7. That's not just some random number. That's 7 Academy Award nominations. That's the industry saying 7 different times, this guy is one of the absolute best we have. It speaks volumes about his consistency and his excellence. So he's got all this success, all this respect as a supporting actor. But that top prize, the Best Actor Oscar, that was still out there. This part of the story is all about how he finally grabbed it and proved he belonged at the very top. Listen to what Bruce Beresford, who directed him in Tender Mercies, had to say. He basically said Duvall has this uncanny ability to just inhabit a person, to utterly become them. Beresford even said that on the first day of shooting, his skin was crawling because Duvall wasn't Duvall anymore. He was the character. Now that is some serious acting power. And that incredible transformation, it paid off. Big time. In 1984, for his heartbreaking role as the washed-up country singer Max Sledge, Robert Duvall finally won the Oscar for Best Actor. And you want to know the best part? The real kicker? He did all his own singing in the movie. He poured everything into every single note. You just can't get more authentic than that. So what was it that drove him? What was behind this constant search for authenticity? To really get Duvall, you have to look at the passion that fueled everything he did. It was way more than just learning his lines and hitting his mark. If you want the perfect example, look no further than his passion project, The Apostle. I mean, this was all him. He wrote the screenplay. He directed the film. He starred in it. And here's the crazy part. When no studio wanted to finance it, he put up his own money. He gambled on himself. And guess what? It paid off with another Best Actor Oscar nomination. Now that is an artist. And this quote from the man himself really says it all. Between action and cut, it's a nice world, but you can't force that. What he's saying is, for him, acting wasn't about faking it. It was about finding something real, something true in that moment. That commitment to realism, that's the thread you see in every single performance. So let's talk about that legacy, a 7-decade legacy. This hunt for authenticity wasn't just something he did for a few years. It was the engine behind a career that lasted for an incredible 7 decades. Think about it. From the 1960s all the way into the 2020s, he was there, always delivering, always pushing. So with all these amazing roles, which one was his favorite? Well, he actually said it was playing Gus McCrae in the incredible miniseries Lonesome Dove. And you can see why. The role was perfect for him, it won him a Golden Globe, and it really cemented him as one of the all-time great Western actors. And the thing is, he never slowed down. His range, even later in his career, was just wow. Let's run through it. A NASCAR crew chief in Days of Thunder, a terrifying father in Sling Blade, a sharp lawyer in A Civil Action, a trail boss in Open Range, a wise mentor in Crazy Heart, a tough-as-nails judge in The Judge, a corrupt politician in Widows. I mean, the man could play literally anyone, and his brilliance just never faded. And just when you think, okay, what else can this guy possibly do? He goes and makes history. At 84 years old, for his